Man, fine rising to the family. Your boy got on one black sock, one white sock, man. Gotta take a trip to the bank and go grab some money so I can go get some laundry done. Still got the sleepy, raspy voice, so pardon me. Wash my face and brush my teeth, but I haven't drinking anything yet. They would call this a dry fast. But yeah, man, interestingly enough, I got off work last night. I wasn't even up all night. Well, I'll say this, I actually fell asleep early. I don't know what. I guess I was tapped for the week, man. I was OD'd, so I ended up falling asleep a little bit early trying to watch some things on my cell phone. And I think I woke up like right before 12. I was up for a little bit listening to creepypastas and stuff. Man, my intuition is still fired up, man. So I think I'm starting to get the hang of it, man. I think, again, I was born with a lot of these gifts. And, just like Christ himself went through his Christing at 33. I'm still learning how to deal with these sort of things. And I know it sounds weird, right? Like, what is he talking about? But yeah, I'm still getting used to these psychic gifts and all this stuff, man. It's just being in tune. Are you chasing me? Really? Say good morning. You just fly up on me like that? Wow. That was like a random dog just running up on somebody and barking at them, trying to bite them. It just flew up on me. Well, it's happened before in the past throughout various times in my life. Birds just, I don't know if I have like strings hanging off of me and they think it's a worm or something. And they just literally will follow me for miles trying to bite me. Like, now I grew up in Dade County and it's not like this anymore. In the 90s where like it was stray dogs running through the streets, like chasing people and stuff like that. But I've literally had birds chasing me down, trying to, I don't know, what do birds do? Peck you? But where was I, man? I don't even remember. I lost my train of thought. That was just the weirdest thing ever, bro. What the hell? But, yeah, I woke back up a little bit before 12 last night, and I was up all night watching creepypastas. I think I fell back to sleep for a little bit, for the most part. Trying to enjoy my weekends. You finally get a few days off, so you try to, well, me at least, I try to stay up as much as I can, take advantage of my days off. But hey, man, I'm grown now. I'm growing, man. So it's like, value my sleep. But yeah, so we're out and about today. Oh yeah, my guests, I'm figuring them out a little bit more as I go. Man, I'm so connected with the world, man. And then, they say all is one and one is all. We are the universe is us. Man, I'm even channeling Bruce Almighty where he got the chance, with the black guy was God, right? Where he gave Jim Carrey the opportunity to experience godhood, right? Like, and that's literally how it is, because you have to create your life for yourself. You have to literally be the author of your life, create your life, be the God of your life. And so, the scene where it was like, oh, how does God handle all these messages? Because people pray for something every day. And it's always funny, right? People never thank God in a prayer. People always asking God for something. Like you never find yourself worshiping or praising your ancestors or giving thanks. Only time people want to reach out to God is when they want something. So in the movie, they interpret it, and this is, again, back then before we had social media and cell phones and all that stuff. They interpreted it in a way where he was receiving emails to his computer, and he literally had to respond to millions and millions and millions of emails, people's prayers and stuff like that. So yeah, man, so I'm just tapped into a whole lot. Man, one story can be 10 different stories. I think it's one thing and it's something completely, totally different. I was watching one of my favorite YouTubers, man. They was playing one of my favorite video games last night. And it was literally a part of a channel dream that I had a few days ago, where I was like trapped inside some sort of a house and all this stuff, and relationships and all this weird stuff, man. But that's literally how not only just that story, that's how I'm being perceived when I go to certain places. America, you're trapped in America and all that sort of thing. How can you feel trapped in your own home, the country that you pretty much created? Look at this. Now we got a black cat, synchronicities. You see him? Got birds attacking me, and now we got a black cat just sitting and chilling in somebody's yard. But yeah, see what I mean? One story could be 10 different stories, man. Butterflies in the middle. Well, you're not going to be able to see that butterfly. He's literally, as I'm walking in the middle of the street, there's a butterfly flying in the middle of the street. How did the freaking, what was it? What animal was it? Cross the road. I just watched a butterfly cross the street. Man. But yeah, I'm going to get some laundry done this morning after I go grab a pub sub. Detox myself, man. Grab some water, some cranberry juice. Yeah. See all the cats sleeping under the cars, man. I'm more connected with the animals than I am with people sometimes, man. It's so crazy, so interesting. Again, you know, the shamanism. One day I'll be somewhere in the woods, you know, again with my cauldron, cooking up a nice dinner, listening to some good music, creating gifts to send out at some point, man. Sending out tangible products, sage and candles for you guys, writing books and tarot readings and all that stuff, content creation. But yeah, even PewDiePie, I don't even watch. I think I freaking blocked PewDiePie from my YouTube, or for whatever reason he showed up in my YouTube feed today. And I'm like, yo, what the heck? I go on his page. Obviously, he already has over 100 million followers, right? 100 million followers. I go on his page. He has 111 million followers, bro, on YouTube. 111, right? Synchronicities again. Keep that. So, my guys always draws my attention to some of these things. Maybe I need to watch some of his videos, something like that. I mean, I've known about him for years. I know more about him than I knew about Jake and Logan Paul and all these other YouTubers that's, I guess they didn't pop up from nowhere, right? They was always around. But yeah, man, it just goes to show you, man. Even yesterday at work, new guy that, this younger guy, he wasn't even 21. He's from Puerto Rico, Cuba. He's like, man, I never want to go back to Cuba, man. People can literally come to this country. Like, you can literally be the most talented person in the world in Cuba, but you literally get nothing. Like, you win a spelling bee or a math bowl and they give you a pencil, which I've been in spelling bees and math bowls and karate tournaments and all that type of stuff that I place. And I'm like, yeah, I understand. We was talking about gaming. Yeah, we was talking about gaming and all that stuff. I'm like, you remember MySpace? I don't know why I said this to a friggin' 19-year-old. I'm like, you remember MySpace? He was like, man, I wasn't even born then. But yeah, he has a heavy Spanish accent. Again, it's the people that I work with. It's a whole lot of Spaniards. First of all, it's South Florida. And, you know, there's just, the world is kind of changing with foreigners becoming the new underclass or working class of this country. But yeah, he asked me how old I was. I had a bunch of people asking me how old I was, man. And we got this woman that was training me yesterday. She's 46, but she doesn't even look 46. I can tell she's in her 40s, though. I was looking at her, I'm like, you have to be at least 40. But yeah, this lady randomly gave me her number. She's like, hit me up this weekend. I told her I was going to teach her a little bit about entrepreneurship. And women like that sort of thing. Again, when a man can teach her something, that's very attractive. But yeah, the kid, he's like, how old are you? I'm like, I'm 30, man. Now, mind you, I'll be 36 this year. But I told him about my whole liver transplant story, how I was gifted a liver by a white boy that was 6 years younger than me. So literally, spiritually, I'm still in my 20s, 29 years old. So, but it's always been that way, man. There's been times in my life where I've had nothing but older friends. And there's been times in my life where I've had nothing but younger friends. Man, I've dated more younger women than I have women my age and younger than me. So it's always good to learn something from different cultures, different age ranges, you know, different people. I mean, I told them, like, people, I'm glad that you made it here to Cuba. And just remember, man, you're still young. People turn 18 every day. It's always a chance for people to learn something. Even people that's retiring in 2022, they have to find something to do with themselves. They're looking at technology like, what is this? What is this technology stuff? But yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to upload this one onto my my YouTube page for today. I'm probably gonna get out and do some tarot readings today and tomorrow. Yeah, I had to change up the work schedule. Yeah, because I'm like, when I try to get off and do tarot readings at work, I'm literally out in the middle of the night. Well, as the magic hour comes to the close, and then all these bugs and these mosquitoes are out. So I changed my schedule from a 10 to 7 to a 8 to 4:30, so that I can make time for my craft, right? And I would prefer. I hope people don't think that they can control me, because I would work 100 times harder for myself before I work for anybody else. There's just a certain accommodation. People have to remember that, especially when it comes to people that are highly anointed, I will never consider myself a slave. I'm offering you my gifts and my talents. You're not offering me a job. A lot of these, especially now, a lot of these places can't even keep employees after what they've done to the world with this whole COVID. But yeah, he's like, man, I thought you was 24 years old. You don't even look 30. Again, I'm 30, going to be 36. He's like, man, you look like you're 24. But that's because of my personality. Again, I come around an older woman. She likes my personality, even though she knows I'm younger than her. She gives me her number. I go around young people. They like hanging out with me. Even when I go out to the park, I have younger black men that are teenagers, man. They like to try to get my attention in the sort of way, they grew up without fathers, so they see a man that's like them, that came from where they come from, just doing different things, and they approach me, however awkward it may be. So yeah, man, some people I look young, some people they're thoroughly surprised by my knowledge and my intelligence, or even just my spirit, my presence. I can only be me at the end of the day. I don't want to try to be anyone else. That's the thing, growing up, man, people were always clout chasing, and people always want to follow the crowd. It's okay to be yourself at some point. You'll realize the more you fall into your gifts, the more that people appreciate these sort of things. And the people that's meant for you will be meant for you. If you're clout chasing and faking like you're rich as a man, and then you all of a sudden have a gold digger that wants to get in your energy, but you done lied the whole time about you having all this money and rich, the lie's going to fall apart at some point. And that's why we have relationships that end up the way they do. Yeah. Women wear makeup. It's okay for a woman to wear makeup. That's not the issue. But when you turn yourself into a whole nother person, because makeup is witchcraft, it's a mask. Anytime you're hiding yourself, it's a mask. Anytime you're hiding yourself, it's witchcraft. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? Women carried around clamshell makeup cases for years and decades to be able to, spruce themselves up at any time during the day. But it's not that. It's just when you're tricking someone, like you look like a totally different person in the light, and then you look like a totally different person in the dark. I remember growing up in Miami in elementary school, there was kind of like I guess it was creepypastas before creepypastas was a thing. This story about this one teacher who used to just come to class caked up. Like, students were afraid of her because it looked like she had a porcelain face. It literally looked like she had a fake face. So I'm channeling a movie. It's called Bruiser. I think it came out in the late 90s, early 2000s, about this one businessman who was very nervous around people. I think he had some type of mental illness / anxiety. But he started to let himself go and try to, and I'm not sure if he was becoming his true self, or when he would put on the mask, or the mask would just appear on his face as like a white porcelain mask. He was able to really display his real self, right? People are willing to show who they really are when they hide behind masks. But yeah, man, another beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's been raining. It rained all day yesterday. As soon as I got off work, it just rained and rained and rained and rained. I'm like, still see the puddles out here. But that's Florida weather, man. It's either extremely sunny or it's raining. Hence the humid weather, man. You can actually feel the moisture in the atmosphere. Man, that's oxygen, right? H2O. What else? How much time do we got? It's going on 15 minutes. That's like a ramble on for another 5 minutes or so. The birds up in the air on the power line. The lovers. Yeah, man. But communication is at an all-time high with spirit at this time. Gonna continue to express myself, My spirituality, I'm not sure how much of it people can take. Sometimes people come around me and they get exposed and they don't like being exposed because I don't lie. I can't tell a lie. Like, I refuse to lie and then have to, for somebody else's sake, and then have to double back on it. Like, I'm not going to put that type of pressure onto myself. And I owe it to my spirit guides, my spirit team, my YouTubers, my followers, my friends, to tell them the truth, man. You know, the world is built on a lot of lies, but there's a lot of truth in what we actually see, man. We think when we play these video games and we see these horror movies and these cartoons, man, that's the most powerful people in the world putting out subliminal aha messages. Aha, we are the richest people in the world controlling you, and you don't even know it. We're going to show it to you in a movie. So you have people out there like me, they don't like whistleblowers, man. Look at this. This tree's so abundant. Mangoes out the ass. Those look like those island mangoes. See, I grew up with these American mangoes that look like giant apples. We have the mangoes that are like long, that look like plantains, and then we have other mangoes that look like a moon, like a quarter moon. So many different versions of things, like people, man. And what are they all? Mangoes. We're all human. We just have a different style, different flavor, different texture, man. We think we so different. Everybody want to be so unique, but every bad bitch out there is wearing the same wig, wearing the same dress, wearing the same nails, want to sleep with the same dudes. But y'all so unique though. All these dudes out here, y'all trying to holler at the same chick, man. Just a week ago, I'm on my way to lunch, and here comes, we got a one black barbershop in the white area. All the dudes come running out the door when they see one white chick. So it's like everyone thinks they're so unique and they're different. All of y'all the same, man. I walked right past this lady like she was nothing and looked at them like, oh, it's that easy to get caught up, huh? But, yeah, man, that's just the world we live in, man. People are just afraid to be themselves. Not everyone. I mean, you can tell the difference between some people. I guess if everyone was the same, you know, of course, it would be lame and boring. People are afraid of change, man. They fear what they don't understand, and sometimes they may attack it. That's why witches were burned, because, you know, we're developing technology slowly over time. Religion was introduced to the people, and they wanted to change the world. They wanted to change society. And the naturalists, or whatever you call them, the nature boys and nature girls, you know, they were pacified for not wanting to change. So, you know, it is what it is. But again, if we don't have people out there like me to explain these things and put them into perspective, they're just going to lead the world down the rabbit hole of bullshit. Everyone thinks it's cool to spend money on $2,000 iPhones when they can't even afford their rent. You know, they think it's cool to, and I work with these brands and I listen to these people as they talk behind doors. Louis Vuitton, Gucci, Givenchy, which is not even how you pronounce a lot of these things, because these are foreign concepts to a lot of people. And these people sit behind their closed doors and they talk so much shit about people. Like, we don't even want these people buying our stuff anyways, and they're buying it up like dumbasses. Oh, well, we'll take their money since they can't invest it in their own communities and come up with their own ideas and brands. You know. But the way I look at it, man, I try not to be so negative, man. We're all on this same planet. America is a melting pot, and everyone wants to come here. So, you know, fried chicken, they would say it's black. They would say spaghetti's Italian, right? They would say sushi's Asian, right? They would say these things, but everyone takes part in it, man. It's everyone putting their hands into something and making the best of it, man. Again, we don't want to be put in a situation where we are introduced to extraterrestrials or aliens or the angels or whatever the case may be. The angels finally come back and they're like, yo, y'all still down here fighting? All right, we're going to carry out God's memo and just slaughter the entire planet. Archangel Gabriel and Michael. Or the aliens. Man, these fools, why would we come down here with these fools? They fighting amongst themselves just in the regards of just skin color. Like, let's let them kill themselves out. We don't even have to go to war with them to take their planet. Let's just let them kill themselves out with disease, wars, and all this other stuff. But yeah, man, I don't even know what type of class. Another mango tree. I don't even know what type of class I would take, man, but I literally channeled this like 2 years ago. I'm like, there needs to be somebody out there or a new brand of teachers out there that's out in nature holding class, man, holding session, man. These kids, I talk to them, I conversate with them. They want to befriend me. You know, I made a declaration. I don't need to be chasing people, man. Empress energy, emperor energy. An emperor doesn't get off his throne to chase people. People come towards him. So that's all, man. A long video for this good Saturday morning. Take y'all along with me on this walk. What has it been? About 20 minutes, a mile? Yeah, man, and this is how you get your exercise in. You go to the park, you walk a mile in the park, 2 miles in the park, listening to music. Shit, watch Netflix while you're walking. Just keep your throat energy open, because most people get so used to doing this. I had to tell people, you gotta start taking your selfies like this, man. People walk around looking like the hanged one. Yeah. That is it for me. I'm gonna upload this to my YouTube as a motivational speech. And we'll be doing some tarot readings later, man. I got my social media open. It's my professional Facebook page. I got my Instagram open. My Twitter and my TikTok is unprivated. And again, I do these things on the weekend. I unprivate my social medias on the weekend, but during the week, I could care less about being distracted about what's going on in the world. That's all it is, man. These people put all these magics and these medias out there to distract people in the long run. You gotta wear black to protect yourself. Spirituality, man. These colors be meaning something, man. These animals be saying something when they be chirping out here and making all these noise, man. But catch y'all on the next one. Oh, so y'all just conversating. That look like a green parrot and a crow. See, if the birds can get along and sit next to each other and kumbaya, why we always got people going to war, man? Peace.